Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot reading with me. I'm Ashley Rose and this is your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, February 20th, 2022. If you watched my video yesterday, you heard me do wrong math. I said 1 + 9 = 2. I was reading 19 and in my brain I did 19 + 1, but digress. It was supposed to be, I believe that it was supposed to be 2. Oh, I love the lovers here popping up at the bottom. Interestingly, because today is the number 2, with 20 reduces down to 2. And when we actually have a 0 next to a number, that emphasizes the energy of the first number. So when we're talking 2 here, we're talking again about that balance, about our relationships, about finding peace, finding that harmony, making decisions that are going to impact us positively, but the ones that are, kind of aligned for us. Maybe tough decisions that we've been putting off today, maybe we see ourselves making them. What else is going on for the number 2 today? 2 is the number for duality, kind of that yin and yang. One more second. Today we have, I love it. It is this deep cleansing. Because yesterday, since we allowed ourselves to be open and we opened up our hearts and we looked at the future, we really identified even more clear than we did last week with the full moon, what really needed to get out of our way to get there, right? Because we let the heavy stuff go. We let our emotions, the ones that have been maybe holding us back, fueling our fears, we let those go so that we can finally take a look at our life, be honest about the picture that's going on, right? That zoom out to see the bigger picture. And now finally, make the right decisions, put ourselves in the right place to really succeed, right? We're not putting ourselves in the right place to be delusional or just fuel these, passions that we have, but it really is for our success and for our abundance and for our happiness to be doing these things. Because death, this card sounds scary, looks scary, and that's how it might feel at first. Scary to really make that decision to let these things go, to let these people out of our lives, to leave this job, to move this environment, to really uproot everything that you've maybe made somewhere, right? You planted yourself, you were a seed. And now it's time to kind of uproot that and move on to bigger and better things, but it's going to feel a little bit scary at first. But with what Spirit is telling us in this card today is look at that little skeleton guy, which I know it's kind of like grim with the skeleton, but we've been talking about this like being born again, right? So that like old version of you that wasn't really working, that lived in fear, that that practiced bad behaviors or maybe didn't have healthy habits, that one dying, death, right? That's why it's represented by the skeleton. But he is protected with that armor he was wearing so that he can rejuvenate and transform himself. I really could feel like you could make this card like a caterpillar too, coming out of a cocoon, because I feel like at first caterpillar probably knows what's going on. But it could feel like a death, right? Going in, but you're just going in to rejuvenate, to come out, to enlighten yourself, to move through the mucky stuff and really find yourself here where the sunshine is, in that abundance and everything that you've ever wanted, right? In that goal being achieved, in that manifestation coming into reality. And death is a major arcana card. So we're talking a major life lesson today is letting go. And this is, what word came out? And this, is life-changing freedom, life-changing decisions that we're making today. So that maybe sounds a little, right, scary because it feels big. There's a lot of pressure behind it. But take the pressure off yourself and know that you're protected through this. You're going in the right direction. You're exactly where you need to be. And this is just pushing you forward. And again, we see that rose that was represented on Monday within that yesterday with that 2 of Wands, that rebirth, right? Again, it's signaling this rebirth. It's signaling this transformation. So be patient with yourself through this time. If you're feeling like you're a little unsure of who you are, or I kept saying like orange hair Ashley isn't Ashley anymore, and green hair Ashley didn't really feel like who I am now. but brown here actually feels like where I'm going, right? And so I hope that made sense. But you could be feeling like this, that like who you are now is not who you were a couple months ago, but where you're going, you're not the same person, so you might feel a little bit in between. Hold on, be patient. You're in the midst of being a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, you know? It takes time to grow. We need our beauty sleep. We need our rest. We need to rejuvenate. And so that's what really this period of time has been, is that rest and rejuvenate. But we're getting into a space where it's time to take action. It's time to move forward. It's time to really clean out those closets and get rid of the last couple cobwebs on the ceiling, right? Because we're ready to move forward. And that's also represented here at the bottom with the six of swords, seven of swords in reverse, because we're not playing games anymore. We're not messing around. We're not trying to take things. We're not trying to deceive people. We're not trying to, get lost in our illusions and delusions and say things that we don't mean or go after things that we don't really want to. We're doing what we want to because we are being given that opportunity to do the things that we really want, that are really aligned with us, that really emphasize our purpose. And so that is really exciting because, I could just keep going. 3 of Pentacles here, and look at that. Who's under the devil? He's hanging around, because that's a big thing right now. I feel like when we begin a new cycle, I just always feel like there's like a new level of the ego that we got to kind of bust through. And that's what we're dealing with right now. And I feel like once we can identify that, or at least for me, once I'm able to identify that it's my ego, sometimes, right, you get a little bit lost in the sauce. It's okay, we're human. That's what happens. It's part of this experience. It's why Earth is the teaching, is the playground. But once you can identify that, it's a lot easier to move on. It's a lot easier to say like, okay, that's my challenge. This thought, this process, this belief that I have, I can move through it. This is how I'm going to make it happen, right? When I zoom out and recognize that that is what's affecting all these other places in my life. Okay, well, I'm stronger than that, right? You're stronger than that. We've been through more. We can do more, right? It's you against you. And you can do this, right? You have all the strength, you have all the protection, you have all the guidance to make it happen. You're exactly where you need to be to make these decisions. So take a chance on yourself and make the decision. Don't be scared, okay? At the end of the day, what do we have? Death. Death is 10, 11, 12, 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. Because we're helping ourselves become stable. We're being a safe place within us, right? That even though there's chaos going around and there's things that are leaving, we're saying we are safe, I am secure, I am stable, because I am building my empire. I am nourishing my garden. I am waiting for my abundance, even though I already know it's all around me, right? I shouldn't say no, we're not waiting for my abundance, but I see my abundance, right? And so that is where we're going to leave it. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. If you'd like to know more about me, what I have going on, or you'd like to book a tarot reading, you can go to ashleyrose.com. You can follow me on Instagram as well. That's Ashley Rose Tarot. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the Daily Tarot Reading.